B-A-T. It's in the name.
Welcome into the Helping Healing Humor with Ben and Travis podcast. Brought to you by magicmind.com/BAT. Jan. Not Marsha. It's Jan.
Not
BAT Jan. But on today's episode, you never know what might happen because it's late. Well, not too late on a Saturday night, but all the feeling be right. And we'll get to that conversation right after these important messages. This episode of the Helping Healing Humor with Ben and Travis podcast is presented by Faulkner University. Faulkner University is a private Christian liberal arts university based in Montgomery, Alabama, with a mission to provide an education anchored by not only intellect, but also character and service. The Faulkner experience aims to educate the whole person. Every individual matters every day. We all want to become better versions of ourselves. No one wants to remain trapped where they are because of missed opportunities and unrealized dreams. At Faulkner University, we believe your dreams don't have an expiration date. We understand that you're looking for more than a degree. You want to find your niche and thrive in your career. Whether you're a high school senior just beginning your trek or an adult student looking for a better path, Faulkner is here to help guide your journey. Go to faulkner.edu to apply or get more info. That's faulkner.edu. I'm Travis Creasy in Riverside Christian Academy in Fayetteville, Tennessee. Been here for a long time. That is Ben Hayes over there, the all-pro counselor with 3-Chord Counseling, pulpit minister at the Highland Park Church of Christ. Ben, how's it going?
It's great. I've had a good day. Watched a little Junior Pro today. Did a wedding tonight. Shout out to Harry and Gail Porter. They are 82 and 81, and we did their wedding today. So that was a pretty cool event. I don't think I've ever done a wedding for somebody in their 80s. Also, don't think I've ever done a wedding while also doing the sound on my phone to a Bluetooth speaker behind me. So it was entertaining. Just a small little venue, family and friends. This was each of theirs third marriage because their 2 previous spouses had passed away, and just a pretty cool thing. I saw a thing that said that there are the heart has no wrinkles. So, we celebrate, we find love and appreciation wherever. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I started my day off with a little Junior Pro too. Haley and Daniel playing on 2 different teams and a couple of rebounds. Haley got to shoot some free throws. Didn't say if she made them or not, but she got to shoot them. Daniel got to bring the ball down the court, so that's super exciting. All that good stuff. And I haven't had the action-packed day as you have been, but just thinking about our sponsor, Magic Mind, that's something we could use this January as we keep hammering and finding more things to do and trying to get this book out there. I just appreciate Magic Mind obviously sponsoring the podcast, but they're also providing us with some good stuff to try. And so, I'm excited about that. And they actually are putting out or have put out a sleep elixir, which is fun to say.
It is.
And they're actually offering a combo of that you can actually subscribe and get both of those. And you can do that at magicmind.com/BAT Jan, GAN for January. We're talking, as we do on this episode, this podcast in general, we talk about mental health. But this is something from Magic Mind that can help us also with our mental wealth. And so kind of protecting what we have. And I don't know about you, Ben, but like if I miss out on my sleep, that's when I get sick. Yeah. Usually I'm rolling pretty good. The immune system holds up all right. But man, I start missing out on sleep and we're in trouble.
It goes downhill fast. Well, I will say today, I took my Magic Mind this morning pretty early. I went ahead and drank mine on my way to the ball games to begin. as soon as the first ball game was over, I spent a couple hours working on a wedding and a funeral for tomorrow, and then went right back to a ball game, right to the wedding. And it seemed to keep me moving and shaking all day long. So it was a good thing to have today on me.
Yeah. So the Magic Mind sleep elixir is just simply Magic Mind Sleep. You certainly don't want to get those two mixed up. It's 100% safe. All ingredients third-party tested, and they donate 5 cents for each bottle sold to mental health charities that help U.S. homeless communities. So, man, doctor validated, made in California, and all kinds of good stuff. Check it out. Like I said, magicmind.com/BAT20, magicmind.com/BAT-JAN. But speaking of mental wealth and kind of maintaining what you have, because a lot of times I think we think of it as, losing something and trying to get it back. But there is an aspect of kind of maintaining it and not letting it get out of hand. And certainly I'm sure that you can speak to that, Ben, and the things that you do personally, but also the things that you might suggest to others. We mentioned sleep, which of course is important. I like to read books when I get an opportunity. I try to read 10 pages a day of some book that maybe is going to educate me on some, or even challenges my previous thoughts about something to kind of keep me on my toes a little bit.
Well, I think the idea of mental wealth, it seems kind of a little bit of a new concept to me, but was just sort of looking into that and thinking about it. It has to do with the full spectrum of things in your life. And so, we all have our physical health, our mental health, our spiritual health, our emotional health. And so I think that's the kind of the idea is that we really want to have a balance of those things. And I know that there's a lot of people who work out. They love to work out. They love to run or do CrossFit. We've got a friend of ours, Blake, that is massively into CrossFit. Josh is a big runner. My daughter, my wife, several others who love to work out. Then you got people who love to read, love to do those things. It's just, I think kind of the idea is everybody sort of be well-rounded, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, just kind of having a good thing across the board. And that's really hard to do, I think, because it's, at least for me, it's hard to find time to do all of those things. And so that's where, when we talk about New Year's resolutions, a lot of times that's where it gets tough.
Yeah. And this is about that time, where you've either stuck to it or you haven't. But that's the beauty of, if you get breath in your lungs, you can always start again and start afresh. Mercies are new every morning. It's a gift. But being able to even pinpoint and see, hey, I could be doing this better, and not being crushed by the thought that, hey, I'm not just killing it out there, but I could be better in this situation, and trying to find ways to do that. I guess we have so much information on the internet that we can reach out to. All, of course, as Abraham Lincoln once said in a perfect meme, that you can absolutely trust everything that you read on the internet.
Which one of those things, Travis, do you think, like physically, emotionally, mentally, and let's see what I would say, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, which one of those do you think is one that you feel like for you, maybe that you're really strong in? What do you feel like maybe is one of those that you need some growth in, just to dive into our brains a little?
Yeah, I think definitely I'm in the same boat with you. Physically, I don't sweat enough. That's why St. Jude is so great, because that's coming around the corner, and so you got to force yourself to get out there and kind of do something. I also like our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Ben and Travis, where we challenge. And for this month, that certainly has challenged me. I've not been 100% on the physical movement, but I do try to do that at school. I try not to sit down at school. I try to get up and teach and kind of walk around the classroom so that I do at least get my steps in. But I would totally agree with the physical. Every day I'm like, oh, I'm going to get up tomorrow, first thing, 25 push-ups. And then before I go to bed, I'm going to do 25 push-ups and spend time in that. But I would also say, like, I'll just admit it, and Ben, you may be in the same boat. Like, usually the spiritual stuff is because I have a deadline. Like, I
Yeah.
have to prepare for a lesson or
Yeah.
something like that, more so than maintaining, which is not good. So I'm repenting, confessing my sin here on the podcast. But so often I open the Bible. It's kind of, hey, I got to get this lesson. I'm thinking towards a lesson or teaching or something like that, which there's still a tremendous amount of benefit to that, but it would be probably better if I opened it or prayed more, just to conversate with the one who created the universe. So
Yeah. And as I think about that, and this is the sad part, and just the admission of guilt part, I guess. As I think about those 4 areas, I'm not sure that I feel really strong in any of them.
that's what I was going to say. So I'm glad I didn't steal your answer.
I mean, I look at it and think I could definitely have some growth in all those areas. I spent a lot of time helping other people in those areas, and sometimes probably neglect myself, like a lot of doctors and counselors and other people who sometimes they just get overwhelmed with helping other teachers. Same way, you're helping all kinds of other people, and sometimes you forget yourself. So maybe today is one of those moments where you just stop and go, hey, what is it that I need to work on, that I need to stop, and what would I tell somebody if they came in my office today? Hey, here's the things that are going on in my life. What are some things I'd tell them? Hey, slow down on that, or pick up on this, or kind of listen to your own advice, whatever that may be, as you listen to this today.
Well, something that strikes me about all of our conversations is oftentimes when you're sharing stuff about mental health, so much of it is what you would say is you almost like common sense. It's not common sense, but it's simple things. It's practical things. You're breathing. And of course, we believe in God. We believe in the Bible, Judeo-Christianity. We believe in all that. And so it doesn't shock me that the creator of the universe created us with ways to help our mental health that don't really take just a ton of effort. Prayer, meditation, whatever word you want to use, certainly breathing. We've talked about that. And, so much of it's just right here in front of us. It's just taking the time to go and realizing, hey, I need to do this. I need to take that time and focus on something. I know I came home last night and Whitney was coloring her Parks and Recreation, that television show. She has a coloring book of that, and she was coloring, and awesome. I like to color. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's all sorts of things like that you do. And I think that there's so many good things like coloring, or, building things, playing with the kids, even, just doing some things that just sort of get you out there and get you active in some way, even if it's not like active workout. It's just, using your mind. There's a lot of those puzzles and things that people do. My mom loves to color. I think it got her through some pretty dark days with dad. But a lot of people also love to do the crossword puzzles. And that's one of those things mentally, it keeps you sharp. I think it's good to have some things like that you do, to have to think through and keep your mind sharp on some things. And so I think those are all great things.
All right. So lightning round, Ben.
Okay.
About staying on your toes. You brought it up. Let's play a little would you rather. How about that? Would
all right, let's go.
you rather? All right, Ben. So would you rather, if you had your choice and you're going to kind of take some personal time and you're going to try to get your brain reorganized, right? Would you rather read a book or ride a bike?
Ooh. It's a good one.
I'll tell you the one I do. I read a book out of those two, but I think if I had my choice, it would be a bike.
Yeah, if I had a good bike and maybe a good place to go ride. I mean, I could ride around here, but yeah, that's probably my choice. I love books. Like, I've gotten to the point where I love books. I just don't do well reading. I fall asleep easy. It's not it's not an easy thing for me. So a lot of my book reading or my podcast listening, it's always listening to stuff.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things when I'm doing dishes or I'm driving or anything else is throw on some podcasts like this one. Sometimes I listen, I have to listen to myself when I listen to this one. So I kind of, I like to
You get
listen
a
to some
pass.
other ones,
Yeah,
but
you get a pass. Trust me, I edit them, so I get to listen to them all the way through every time. And well, yeah,
I've been listening to the short stories of Sherlock Holmes lately, and it's not a lot of the ones I listen to are more for learning. That one's just for the fun of it and
Oh, yeah.
trying to stretch my brain a little bit and think about what's going to happen and see if I can figure it out before Sherlock does. But usually I don't. So, but those are fun. So, all right. So here's here's one for you, and we're going to use this one since I may be ruining what the national days are on January. Were you going to do anything else with that, or can I ask you a question?
Oh, you can ask me a question about that. I was going to go with that. The book Blitz.
All right.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. All right.
Go ahead.
Well, what I was gonna ask is January the 28th, which is the day that this podcast is releasing. It is the National Blueberry Pancake Day and the National Lego Day.
Yeah.
So, would you rather have a big old plate of blueberry pancakes or just get to play with Legos all morning?
Well, are we at the end of one hallway with a big stack of Legos and shooting rubber bands, shooting paper wads, really tight paper wads on the rubber band? Because if that's the case, then give me the Legos all day and a bag of chips. And there's a great video of me stepping on a Lego, supposedly. No hills or you stepping on a Lego,
No,
not me.
plantar fasciitis was damaged in the making of that video.
Yeah.
But so you go with Legos?
Yeah.
Rather than a plate of blueberry pancakes?
We need to do that again. We need to do it with Cypress and Daniel and then record it and then speed it up really fast so you could get, make it like a 3-minute video. But
we could
find out to do that.
What we could do is have a morning of blueberry pancakes and then play with Legos. Maybe we don't have to choose. Maybe we can do both. But enjoy your blueberry pancakes and your Legos on January 28th.
Absolutely. So, as I've mentioned, what is it? January is Book Blitz month. Is that what we said?
So. The month of January, which we're almost done with, but yes.
But Book Blitz, of course, if you haven't heard by now, we have a children's book that is coming out. We've already gotten a couple of copies. We're still working on all the pre-orders. Hopefully those will be coming to you the week of CYC if you're not picking them up at CYC. And there is a little part in there where we're playing with Legos. We're building them up, probably getting ready to shoot them down. But Book Blitz is January. So check out benandtravis.com/books. And we might already have some information about maybe the next book if we can get enough support to it. But we'll hold off on that just a little bit, Ben. But would you go ahead?
And another little piece that we'll just give a little thing to here. I don't think it's a problem, but we also have a teenage book coming out that's coming through the works with Lads to Leaders. So be looking out for that coming up, hopefully in the next few months. We're not going to be producing it per se, but we did write it. So we're looking forward to what happens with it. So
then March and April, we're going to be on the road at 2 different places. We'll be in South Carolina and Georgia. I think it's South Carolina in March, Georgia in April.
I believe that's right.
And then you're scooting one across the graduation stage again. So all that's going on. But Ben, I got another would you rather.
All right.
Would you rather give up music or movies forever?
Oh, man.
What are you going with here? And it's kind of tough. I mean,
it's hard.
Yeah, I think I would give up at this stage in my life. I probably would give up movies because I just don't have time to watch movies, But I mean, you're giving up all the old ones, like the ones that
they live rent-free in my mind anyway.
1,000 times. Yeah, I mean, we could replay them if you could connect to our brain and project it on the wall. You could get all those comedies from the 90s. But
here's the hard part.
Not trying to get movies.
The music is for me. Like I listen to music for me. And I listen to all kinds of stuff. Like there's nothing safe. I mean, I listen to every genre for the most part. It depends on my mood. So music is like, it's not an all day, everyday thing, but it's a pretty big thing. I play music. Still, I've gotten back into playing guitar lately. That's kind of been one of my little mental things that I've been trying to do is play a little bit more of my guitar. But movies are for family. Like I don't watch movies by myself generally. Yeah. I watch them. Our kids are always wanting to watch them. We always are picking something, watch them with Jackson, certain ones with him, certain ones with the little ones. So I don't know. That one's tough. I think I would have to say movies. But it would be tough. That'd be a tough give up because of family.
Yeah. Now you can still watch TV shows, so that was not on.
No, we can do that. That's
on
still
the list. So you can still hold on to that. I'm sure there's something that they enjoy out there.
Oh yeah, we can do that. We'll watch a series.
I don't know if you got another one for me or not, but I mean I can do these. I can keep going if you're ready for me to give you another one.
Go ahead if you got one. I'll be thinking of one.
All right. Would you rather? We're just giving you a car from our childhood. Would you rather have the and once again, by no means are we telling anyone who's listening, let's go watch these movies, but or these television shows. Would you rather have the kit Knight Rider, right? And it's got the whole thing. It's got everything that it comes with. It's not just that type of car. It is kit, right? Or are you taking the Bandit? You're taking the Bandit car, Smoking the Bandit.
I'd probably have to go kit. I mean, I love the Smoking the Bandit car, but I mean, kit got a brain of its own. I mean, it's kind of hard not to like the car that'll drive itself and talk to you and all that good stuff. Especially, when it's Mr. Finney, talking to you.
Yeah, exactly. Man, don't go watch that show. Not because it's bad, like as in profane and inappropriate. It's just bad. It's just not a really good television show. It didn't hold up.
We thought it was so cool when we were kids, though.
Did not hold up. Did not hold up. I'm going to go with, and once again, this is probably because I'm 43 years old. I'm going to go with the Smokey and the Bandit car, and the original one. So
it's a sweet car.
I kind of had the later one. I kind of had, I guess, the kit car somewhat. I had a Trans Am, so pretty close. But I'll take maybe that skews my take a little bit.
Random question. I don't know. I'm just thinking of something just super random. Would you rather give up watching football forever or never having another pet in your house?
Oh man. You're talking to somebody who would like to give up football right now if he could.
It's easy to say. I know you can't give it up.
It's easy to say in January with college football over. Oh man, that's tough because I mean, depends. If you're like, hey, you'll never have a cat again. Oh man, that's a deal. Let's sign up.
Dogs,
but dogs, that's a whole nother key. So I'm probably gonna have to give up football at this point because the dog gets me through football, and if I don't have a dog, what's
you can't make it.
Yeah,
that would be tough for me too. I don't know. I'm probably not as attached to the current dogs, but I like dogs. I don't know that I could give it up forever. So I think I'd have to lay aside football.
Well, folks,
I threatened to do that several times just so I could keep hunting, which is kind of the total opposite of having dogs. But it's just,
mine will hunt something, but it won't bring it back to you, which is the whole point of having a retriever. But if she was trained, she'll bring it back, but she likes to play. Like she wants to kind of keep it away from you and you chase her, which is the opposite of what you want in a hunting dog. But that's the way that is.
Good stuff.
Well, Ben, I appreciate you jumping on with me on a Saturday night and talk a little bit about mental wealth and all kinds of other things, the would you rathers, which we haven't done. Maybe we'll do some more of it. If you've got a would you rather that's just going to wreck our brain, you can email us at hello@benandtravis.com. Once again, check out magicmind.com/BATJan. But you all have a great week, and y'all keep praying for us because we're gonna be hammering right on through CYC, and then maybe we'll take a breath. But hope everybody has a good week, and we'll talk at you again soon. Hey parents and young adventurers, are you ready to embark on an extraordinary journey? Introducing The Adventures of Ben and Travis and the Worry Coaster, a thrilling ride through the ups and downs of mental health in our new children's book. Join our dynamic duo as they navigate the twists and turns of their emotions while discovering the courage to conquer their worries. Pre-order your ticket to adventure now at benandtravis.com/books and be among the first to embark on this roller coaster of resilience. Let's turn worry into wonder and empower kids to embrace their feelings with bravery and hope. Buckle up, it's going to be an unforgettable ride.
Thanks for being with us for this episode of the Helping Healing Humor podcast. Be sure to download our free ebook, 28 Days of Focused Living, at benandtravis.com and receive all of our Helping Healing and Humor extra content directly in your inbox. We look forward to having you join us at the same Ben and Travis time, same Ben and Travis channel.